Ever seen a town swallowed by the sea, disappearing like it never existed? How about a city so high it meets the clouds, wrapped in mysteries not yet fully uncovered? And what if I told you there's a place lost in the desert with more pyramids than even Egypt? It's hard to believe, but these stories are just the beginning. Welcome back to another amazing episode of SNotReal today. We're diving into the 10 most famous cities that have vanished from the world. Stick around because one of these places was buried alive under a deadly volcano, leaving behind a creepy snapshot frozen in time. So hit subscribe and let's dive in. Dunwich, England. Nestled in Suffolk, Dunwich was a bustling seaport during the Middle Ages, comparable in size to 14th century London. Founded around the 7th century, it was a center of power and trade, a hub for fishermen, merchants, and mariners. Dunwich's importance is evident from its historical structures, including several churches, a priory, a leper hospital, and a strong maritime community. It was even a center for the wool trade, which was vitally important to the English economy at the time. The town faced relentless coastal erosion over the centuries. As the North Sea encroached on the land, Dunwich began losing battle after battle. Major storms, particularly in the 13th and 14th centuries, washed away large portions of the town, including streets, houses, and even churches. By the 15th century, much of Dunwich had disappeared into the sea, earning it the nickname Britain's Atlantis. An interesting fact about Dunwich is that, during low tide, it's said that the bells of the submerged churches can still be heard ringing beneath the waves. Caral. Barranca Caral is welcomed as one of the oldest urban centers in the Americas. Radiocarbon dating suggests that the site was flourishing as early as 2600 BCE, making it contemporary with the civilizations of the Near East and older than those of Mesoamerica. Caral stands out for its monumental architecture, which includes 6 large pyramidal structures, several plazas, and residential complexes. The largest of these pyramids, known simply as the Great Pyramid, towers over the landscape, reflecting a society that invested significant resources into ceremonial construction. Unlike many other ancient cities, there is no evidence of warfare or fortifications in Caral. This absence of defensive structures suggests that the Caral society was a culture of peace, focused on trade, agriculture, and religion rather than conflict. One intriguing artifact discovered in Caral is a set of 32 flutes made from pelican and condor bones, intricately engraved and still capable of producing sound. Despite its significance, Caral was abandoned around 1800 BCE, and the reasons remain a topic of speculation among archaeologists. Pyramids of Meroe. A place hidden in the sands of Sudan, the Pyramids of Meroe. These ancient structures, remnants of the once mighty kingdom of Kush, stand as silent guards on the sands of time. Dating back to between 720 BC and 350 AD, the Pyramids of Meroe consist of over 200 pyramids, primarily grouped in clusters that mark the royal cemeteries of the city. Unlike the Grand Pyramids of Giza, which reach heights of over 140 meters, the Pyramids of Meroe are modest, with the tallest standing at roughly 30 meters. Their steep angles and smaller bases give them a distinctly sharp, pointed look that rises dramatically against the desert horizon. The decline was rushed by the rise of the kingdom of Aksum to the east in what is now Ethiopia. Aksum was ascendant, expanding its territory and influence. In the mid-4th century, it launched military campaigns that targeted and overran Meroe. This not only led to physical destruction, but also marked the end of the kingdom of Kush, as Meroe was a significant city within this empire. Petra, Mon Governorate. Hidden among the rose-red cliffs of the Mon Governorate, Petra is an archaeological and architectural marvel that has captured human imagination for centuries. Known as the Rose City due to the color of the stone out of which it is carved, Petra was established as the capital city of the Nabateans around the 4th century BCE and flourished through the 1st century AD as a major trading hub. The city is renowned for its incredible rock-cut architecture and water conduit system, a testament to Nabatean engineering prowess. The most iconic structure, the treasury, Al-Khazna, stands majestically at the end of a narrow gorge called the Siq. Originally thought to be a temple or a royal tomb, the treasury is adorned with intricate carvings and Greek-influenced columns that showcase the cultural blend that characterizes Petra. The decline of Petra began with the Roman annexation in 106 AD and was hastened by changing trade routes and a series of devastating earthquakes in the 4th and 6th centuries. By the time the Crusaders arrived in the 12th century, Petra had largely been forgotten in the Western world and was used only by local Bedouin tribes. Machu Picchu. Imagine standing at the top of a mountain, clouds curling at your feet, shrouding an ancient city in mystery. This is Machu Picchu, perched high in the Andes of Peru, a place where the past and the present meet in a breathtaking embrace. Discovered in 1911 by Hiram Bingham, this city had been hidden from the world for centuries, covered by dense vegetation and only known to locals. Machu Picchu is often called the Lost City of the Incas, and it's easy to see why. Built in the 15th century, its stone structures blend seamlessly with the mountain terrain. The precision of the stonework is so exact that not even a blade of grass can fit between the stones. The city's layout is equally mysterious. It's divided into distinct sectors, urban and agricultural, with a series of terraces carved into the mountain slope for farming, which also help prevent erosion and landslides. It was abandoned in the early 16th century, around the time of the Spanish conquest. Although the conquistadors never found Machu Picchu, the city was mysteriously deserted. What happened to its inhabitants remains a puzzle. 5. Mohenjo-daro. The Indus Valley, where the ruins of Mohenjo-daro whisper secrets of a civilization advanced beyond its time. This city, built around 2600 BCE, was one of the major urban centers of the ancient Indus Valley civilization, also known as the Harappan civilization. Mohenjo-daro, which translates to Mound of the Dead in Sindhi, was a marvel of urban planning and architectural genius. The city was meticulously laid out in a grid pattern, divided into a fortress for administrative or religious activities, and a lower city where the general populace lived. The streets were aligned with almost obsessive accuracy and featured a sophisticated drainage system that would rival many modern cities. Homes in Mohenjo-daro could have up to 2 floors and were built around central courtyards with rooms that provided privacy and space. The city also boasted a large public bath, known as the Great Bath, which was likely used for ritual purification. Despite its sophistication, Mohenjo-daro met a sudden, mysterious end around 1900 BCE. Theories about its demise range from natural disasters like floods and earthquakes to invasions by nomadic tribes. Calakmul, Campeche. In Mexico, hidden in the jungle, lie the ruins of Calakmul, a powerful city from the classic Maya civilization. Once a political and military stronghold, it rivaled the great city of Tikal, shaping the Maya lowlands' political landscape between 250 to 900 AD. Calakmul's site contains over 6,750 ancient structures, including the towering Great Pyramid, which rises about 45 meters, making it one of the tallest Maya structures ever built. The city's layout reflects advanced urban planning, featuring a central acropolis, smaller structures, residential units, and intricate water management systems. Its architecture stands as a testament to the ambition and skill of its builders. This site is often referred to as the Kingdom of the Snake because of the snakehead images found on many of its important stelae and monuments, indicative of the city's dynastic emblem. Calakmul's decline is thought to have been gradual, influenced by long-term droughts, overpopulation, and the inherent challenges of sustaining a large city in such a dense jungle. Mesa Verde, Colorado. In Colorado, USA, where the ancient dwellings of Mesa Verde offer a breathtaking glimpse into the past. This site showcases the ingenious cliff dwellings of the ancestral Puebloans, who adapted remarkably to their environment. Mesa Verde, Spanish for green table, is a fitting name for this area, with its high plateaus offering vast, verdant views. Mesa Verde was inhabited from around 600 to 1300 AD, reaching its zenith in the 12th century with a population that might have numbered in the thousands. The dwellings here are not just homes, they are masterpieces of stone masonry and woodworking built into the alcoves of the canyon walls. This positioning provided natural shelter from the elements and enemies, making it a fortress as much as a home. The most iconic of these structures is Cliff Palace, the largest cliff dwelling in North America. Constructed primarily in the late 12th century, it boasts over 150 individual rooms and more than 20 kivas, ceremonial pits, which are thought to have served a population of approximately 100 people. The reason behind the sudden abandonment of these dwellings around the 13th century remains a subject of debate among archaeologists. Hampi, Karnataka. In the heart of Karnataka, India, lies the extensive ruins of Hampi, a city of myth and history tangled in the boulders and ruins that stretch as far as the eye can see. Once the capital of the powerful Vijayanagara Empire, which flourished from the 14th to the 16th centuries, Hampi was known for its grandeur and wealth, attracting traders from as far as Persia and Europe. The landscape of Hampi is dramatic, with rugged granite boulders dotting the terrain, and the Tungabhadra River twisting lazily through ancient ruins. This city was a masterpiece of architecture and design, with temples, markets, massive stables, and royal complexes crafted with an attention to detail that turns stones into poetry. Hampi is also home to a marvel of acoustics, the Vitala Temple. This temple houses the famous musical pillars that, when struck, produce musical tones. Despite its former glory, Hampi was wrested barrier to and ultimately destroyed by the combined armies of Muslim sultanates in 1565 in a catastrophic event known as the Battle of Talikota. After the devastation, Hampi was abandoned, leaving it a city of ruins. Herculaneum, Italy. In Italy, where the ancient city of Herculaneum lies preserved in volcanic ash. Like its more famous neighbor Pompeii, Herculaneum was engulfed by the catastrophic eruption in AD 79. This event froze the city in time, providing an immaculate snapshot of Roman life frozen at a tragic moment. Herculaneum was a wealthier town than Pompeii, boasting finer houses and more lavish decorations. The city was smaller, but its buildings were better preserved by the volcanic material, which encapsulated structures and organic materials such as wood, fabric, and even food. One of the most fascinating aspects of Herculaneum is the Villa of the Papyri, a luxurious seafront villa that was the home to a unique library filled with over 1,000 papyrus scrolls. These scrolls, carbonized by the heat of the volcanic ash, are one of the only surviving libraries from the ancient world. Archaeological studies suggest that the residents of Herculaneum experienced a different fate than those in Pompeii. While many Pompeians were killed by falling debris or suffocation, the residents of Herculaneum were initially thought to have escaped due to the fewer bodies found during early excavations.